I think things tangled up here. Right. I think we're good. G'day, guys and girls. How are you all going? Welcome back to another recording here on the YouTube channel. We're back again on the F1 23 game. And we're going to finally get this breaking point story mode out of the way. Well, when I say out of the way, we might be doing it in like 2-3 parts or something. Just depends how I feel about it anyway. But yeah, I've not seen any little like snippets of it from obviously before the F1 23 game got released. But other than that, I haven't seen any like YouTube creators or Twitch creators, any of their videos about this. So I'm completely going in with just a clear mind. Is that the right wording? But anyway, yeah. So, not seen one little bit of it. So let's see how this one pans out. So let's see how we go here. Now, what have we got? The normal, challenging. Well, apparently the setting, I only heard snippets here and there, that the difficulty is pretty much similar to what it was back in the last breaking point, back in F1 2021, I think it was. So, but F1 23, breaking point 2, difficulty is still the same. So we're going to go hard. See, we won't use any assists whatsoever, because we never do. Pit stop, immersive, oh no, broadcast mode, no, that's fine. Might put that on simulation. Should I put it? I'll put it on simulation. What the hell? Manual race starts. Realistic, yes. That's all the wheel stuff. That's the audio. Just buff that up a little bit. Not that that matters too much. Hopefully, I don't get banged about it in YouTube. But anyway.
Previously in Breaking Point.
Here we go.
Aiden, please tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works. How about you give me a little respect? How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring.
Why didn't it work out between you two?
He's on more money than me.
What? He didn't want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true?
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all.
Devon.
I want us to push for 4th. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset Alfa Tauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing at.
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego.
Okay, so that's where we left off. What we got? Miami Grand Prix, several races into the 2022 season. Chapter 1, 2022. A new era for Formula One. An overhaul of the technical regulations marks the first major update to the sport for several years, but it's not only the new cars that are turning heads down in the paddock. Of course, obviously, the big changes happen with the cars from 2021 to 2022. Anyway.
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Konnersport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car... the car had problems.
We're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today, especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Konnersport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Konnersport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
All right, so this is probably where we jump in. Finish the race.
Okay, Aiden, nice job so far. Let's try and bring that gap down to the car ahead if you can. Copy that.
Sounds weird with Mark's voice compared to last time where it was Jeff in 2021. So here we go. Wait, yep. Down a bit. Reacquaint myself to Miami. And getting past Yuki Tsunoda. Gentle.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Red limiter. Fernando Alonso and Mick Schumacher. Slide there for Fernando. Risky move, we got it done. Right, Nick up next for P11. Down the straight for the battery. Outside, Nick. Lando Norris now for P10. And Valtteri Bottas, obviously. Oh, dear me, that's not my ideal chicane. Those first gears through there. What the hell am I doing? Two for one here. After he's covering. Jeez. Get back to first gear, but we get the double overtake. Don't ride that curve.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Really forgot where I went to brake there. No idea where my teammate is. He's actually a bit further down the field. Sir Lewis Hamilton up next. No, I'm not a fan of calling him that, but just on a complete random setup anyway. Obviously, you just change the differential settings and the brake bias. So that I think is pretty much just a custom setup or something. Maybe one of the balanced setups anyway. So we're doing 25% races. There's only 14 laps here at Miami. Brake locking there. Starting the fourth era.
Car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
Saying that, straight line speed's not too bad for the Merc. This is again, this is on hard difficulty. Try to get the air, Gasly. Just hit it. Get it down the inside. There we go. P6. Well, can't do it. Find out who's on. Yeah, no. Should be right with Pierre Gasly anyway. I'll try and find out the tyre status of these guys, but that's out the window. Nice game as always. Sergio's DRS. He's on the hard drive. He's on the hard drive. Got this straight. Probably the next one. By saying that, the ball was pretty quick in a straight line, so this is a brand new team on the grid, Konnersport. With a Renault engine in the back. Good run, very good run. Right-hand side here. Max carving his way through this year's Miami Grand Prix in 2023. Top three might be a stretch, but didn't rule out Carlos Sainz. Next up, George Russell. Keep an eye on the ball behind. That was a puff of dust or a lock up from George. Check out the DRS.
That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, okay. Now what happens here?
I'm losing power. Why am I losing power? Copy that. We see it. We're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car. You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Konnersport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Konnersport's Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Konnersport.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid.
Good job you got me.
All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here.
It's in the bag, mate.
All okay, Aiden?
Yeah, how's Devon doing?
Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team.
Good for him.
I tell you, we become Devon. Post-race. Frustration. An engine issue forces Konnersport's Aiden Jackson to retire from the Miami Grand Prix only a few laps from the end of the race.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
No. Sounds like there's a right show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
grand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data anytime you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before, it's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson, that was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Konnersport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
Good to see that Devon has pretty much nothing has changed between those two. The check performance, reputation, and the Konnersport team performed during races affected by things such as your finishing position, or if you manage to secure the fastest lap of the race. Be mindful, however, that other factors outside of the race may also affect performance, reputation, or to do with how well the media, fans, and F1 world perceive you and the team. From appearing frustrated in a post-race interview through to outperforming your rivals on track, all this will be reflected on your reputation level. We've got new social posts, emails, and phone calls can all be impacted by your actions elsewhere in Breaking Point 2. These icons will highlight if a piece of content is present due to your actions, from each representing a different source, from reputation, performance, on-track actions, or press and department event choices. You're able to identify how the F1 world is responding to your choices and decisions. Right. So this is the setup here, the look of it. It looks like we gained a few little bits, the look of it. And fastest lap, podium pass XP. Ooh, got a call from the boss. Andrea.
Hey, I wanted to give you a heads up. Now look, the crew has shared the latest telemetry data with us.
Fine, but I don't think it will tell me anything I don't already know.
Just humor me, okay? I'd like you to go through it. Let me know if anything jumps out. I'm keen to iron out these problems as quickly as possible for you.
Sure thing. Thanks, Andrea.
No thanks needed. I've got your back, Aiden. Remember what I said when you joined the team. I won't let you down. Ackerman wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
Yeah, sounds like Casper. You know he told me the same, right? It's just tricky, what with the car and Devon poking his nose in any chance he gets.
There is a lot going on for sure, but we're a team. We'll get there. I'll have a word with the Devon. Tell him to give you some space, both on and off the track, okay?
Yeah, alright. Good luck with that.
There's a big good luck with that one anyway. So that's Andrea Konnersport. I believe he's the boss. All right, let's have a look here. Let's see these news tabs. What we got? Uphill struggles at Konnersport. Challenges F1, a Formula 1 team. But as we all know, any newcomers will always face an uphill struggle to compete on an even footing with their more experienced and well-established contemporaries, which is one of the many challenges that Konnersport are currently facing. Formed by Andrea Konner, the owner and CEO of the globally recognised Konnersport brand, this racing team is an outfit with a lot to prove. Yet with a car that is showing all the signs common to a fledgling team, the constant recurring faults that have marred almost every race since the start of the season, the question still remains. Will Konnersport have the fortitude to succeed where others have failed, or will they be left spinning their wheels unable to find their form? We got rivals to comrades. There's a long... Oh, we may as well just read it. Calculated risks at Konnersport. Of course, we expect the rivalries between such heavy hitters as Hamilton and Verstappen to take centre stage, and the race weekend so far this year haven't disappointed. The real drama seems to be simmering a little further back on the grid this season. With Aiden Jackson and Devon Butler consistently bumping wheels both on and off the track last year, a trend that seems to have carried over, many fans have been left wondering if Konnersport's gamble at signing the polarised pair has indeed paid off. What we've seen so far this season, however, we'd propose that the jury's still very much out. Brief history of the father-son duos in F1, a family business. While Butler's junior and senior may be the ones currently making headlines this season, Formula 1 is no stranger to a father-son. A father and son. Two of the drivers on the grid are, of course, backed by their wealthy father. Not just Devon Butler at Konnersport, but also Lance Stroll at Aston Martin, whose father, Lawrence, owns the team. Elsewhere, It's in history books rather than team meetings where sons and fathers interact. Mick Schumacher's followed in these fathers Michael's illustrious footsteps in F1. Well, that's obviously changed a lot these days. Well, Nico Rosberg followed his father Keke's all the way to the World Drivers' Championship. They joined Graham and Damon Hill as the only two pairs of father and son champions. Although the beloved Gilles and Jacques Villeneuve aren't far behind. Gilles finished as runner-up in 79, and Jacques went one better in 97. Miami's long road to F1, a growing love affair. But major sporting events don't just happen overnight. The groundwork to ensure Miami's smooth reception of the pinnacle of motorsport doesn't begin this weekend, but in fact began 4 years ago, when a proposal was first submitted in 2018. Upon first submission, it was felt that 2019 was a viable target for a debut Grand Prix. That was delayed first to 2021 and now to 2022 after the bid needed some final logistical details confirming. And probably COVID would be another reason. Miami, of course, is no slouch when it comes to a motorsporting history, having hosted Grand Prix in other classifications before. Now it makes its F1 bow. But one thing is for sure, although the road here was long, the future is even longer. Miami has signed a 10-year deal. Suppose we can learn to get used to such an enticing location. And I assume the social media stuff is still the same way with usual social media people, content creators and whatnot, and the irregular F1 stuff. So we got Grumpy Old Fan, Arava, Rosanna Tennant, Tim Matic, of course, Benjamin Daly. I need to scroll through these very quickly. Tommy T 999, haven't heard that guy for a long while actually. David Coulthard, of course, F1 driver, now commentator. Some of these others I've never heard of. Anthony Davidson as well. As the usual. Let's have a look at the emails. Andrea Connor, moving forward. Team, I appreciate how hard everyone is working. We're getting so much right. And I also understand how infuriating it can be for everyone when a problem persists and simply won't go away. Rest assured, both myself and the management team are acutely aware of the continuing issues with the car. We'll be enacting a plan to address them as quickly as possible. Getting the car up to optimal performance and alleviating everyone's stress levels in the process is our top priority. I'll be in touch with each department separately so we can formulate a unified strategy. We'll get there. Thank you again for all your patience and hard work. Andrea, as you can see there, team owner and principal, Konnersport Butler Global Racing Team. Davidoff Butler. So that's Devon's father. What an interesting name, I must say. To all at Konnersport, I appreciate this is a group message, but believe me when I say I'm talking to you each individually. Thank you. I couldn't be proud of what we've all achieved so far. To come from nothing and build such a strong and passionate foundation is nothing short of remarkable. Now let's get some serious points to show the world what we're capable of. My deepest gratitude to all, D. There you go. That's the interesting side of things anyway. So what else we got? Call history, cinematics. Oh, that probably just goes through all the videos that we've been through so far, and the call history. Oh, that's neat. Although, how do I? Not exactly sure how you scroll down on that one. I assume that might be on the if you're on the pad. But anyway, let's move on to the next chapter, shall we? We are chapter 2, Canadian Grand Prix 6 weeks later. Konnersport's maiden season continues to be marred by inconsistency, but team principal Andrea O'Connor remains hopeful that their luck will start to change as the paddock heads to Montreal. Well, you're the boss. Throughout the course of Breaking Point 2, you're not only control the drivers, but also Konnersport's team principal. Okay. Andrea O'Connor. Department events. During these visits to the team data center, Andrea will have to make difficult decisions covering a range of topics during department events. How you choose to respond to these events will have a direct effect on many things, such as your performance and reputation. They may even affect bonus objectives for upcoming races. All right.
Hey, boss, got a couple of minutes?
What is this? With this being their home circuit, Stroll and Latifi have been all over local media this weekend. One particular outlet appeared bent on using recent struggles to pump up their expectations of the home drivers. They indicated that Konnersport were easy fodder for the Canadian pair and that our drivers shouldn't put up much competition. When they're confident, fodder will show them who's fodder or ignore. I won't be drawn to this. We have our goals. We know what our level of performance we expect from our drivers. Yeah, she's got confidence or just ignore. It's a tricky one. I'm going to go confident. All right, Devon was on a popular streamer's channel early this week and promised a behind-the-scenes tour of our factory for next Thursday. This clashes with our scheduled team building days for the engineers back at the factory. Normally, I would say we don't let Devon's flights of fancy interfere with our plans, but that video has received a lot of views. The streamer has contacted us to confirm the tour. What course of action would you like to take? Either got confirm, neutral, or decline. Hopefully I don't press the button too early, but we'll have to reschedule the team building and let the tour go ahead. We can't put the toothpaste back in the tube now. Neutral, cancel the team building and let the tours go ahead, but Devon is getting in front of that camera and leading the tour. He promises he delivers. Or decline, Devon doesn't run the team, even if he thinks he does. The team building goes ahead, cancel the tour. Do I want to be good or do I want to be mean? Yeah, no, what? I'm going to be mean. I'm sorry to Devon, but I don't care. He's a absolute rotten bastard, so I'm going to decline that one. Couldn't give a rat's ass what he thinks. Like, it might be good, I know, but overpromise. Down. Reputation's down. Anyway, what else we got? A bit more news, do we? Stroll and see if you go for glory. Oh, geez, we've got a phone call coming through. Well, this will be interesting.
Andreo, just going over those last-minute strategy changes you sent over.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear, whatever happens out there today, I get pit priority, yeah?
Well, we'll see how the race develops. If you need priority, you'll get it. But I can't go into the race with that on the table.
Look. We all know Jackson's not pulling his weight. Now, if you want the points, I need to make sure he's not going to get in my way. Do you get me?
Devon, we've talked about this. Give Aiden some space. It's not about you getting in the way of each other. It's about everyone pulling together, racing as a team.
Of course, yeah. So, pit priority, yeah? All right, ciao.
Loves to spice things up as always, doesn't he? So, what do we got? The Wall of Champions. Was Stroll and Latifi going for glory? Remember, we're still in 2022. Pretty sure. Latifi was still there at that time. Anyway, home favourites. Though Canada, let us not forget, is history with a proud sporting nation, but it's not just about the past. Two of Canada's sons line up today looking for a points finish or better to make that passionate crowd go wild. Both Nicholas Latifi and Lance Stroll are Montreal natives, though Latifi moved to Toronto when he was 6 months old. Stroll, however, has his own grandstand named after him, and no doubt the fans that occupied this week will be cheering him on vociferously. Even I struggled to remember how I managed to get that word out. Wall of Champions. Oh, Lucas Faber. Interesting to see how Lucas has got on since the first time we saw him in 2019, or I think it was. History and histronics. However, talk to any elite sporting competitor and they'll tell you that it's not just about the physical, it's the mental elements that make the difference between triumph and disaster. So spare a thought for them then for our 22 drivers today, facing the psychological challenge of the Wall of Champions, the barrier at the final turn at the circuit, Gilles Villeneuve. List of drivers that have had a session-ending skirmish, which it reads as a who's who of F1. Sainz, Hill, Schumacher, Villeneuve, Button, Vettel, Kobayashi. Will the list gain another name this weekend? God knows, but who knows? Andre Connor, CEO, owner, principal. Just who is the man behind the team? We've got to sit down with the man that made all that a reality. Owner and principal of Konnersport, Andre Connor. First thing you notice when meeting Andrea is an immediate passion for the sport. A real surprise considering that the Konnersport brand it's initially established itself in the world of tennis. Does that seem weird? Love of F1 was the only thing that I shared with my father, so it was a logical step. He's nearly 90 now and he's more excited than I am. His father and son dynamic seems to run through the very DNA of Konnersport, especially when considering who their primary investor is. We asked if that had any bearing on the deals that must have gone into place to make a team a reality. I don't know whether you can actually read on to that one, but continuing car troubles at Konnersport. The new team is left spinning its wheels, but even top teams such as Mercedes struggling with their own vehicle so far in the 2022 season. No surprise then that a far less experienced team such as Konnersport is also facing up to the challenges of a car that simply won't perform. There's clearly an issue. You only need to look at the race footages to see that. Yet with a management team that's staying firmly tight-lipped on the matter, admitting there is a problem, but avoiding any mention of specifics, we're left to wonder just how the father drivers could even hope of finding form in an arguably substandard car. They are the new kids on the block, however, and we're sure that time will tell if they've really got what it takes to perform. It'd be interesting. We got Konnersport's actual social account. Yeah, David Coulthard again, Rosanna Tennant. Devin Butler real. Oh, God almighty. Get that winning smile. Well, good genes helps, but I can brush every day. Yeah. Break. I think I've seen him around. Natalie Pinkham, of course. Jimmy Broadbent. Hopefully you can all read that. Anyway, you can pause it and have a read of it yourself. And hopefully the audio is okay as well. I didn't expect it to be, well, a bit more over the top. Anyway, well, not over the top, but I mean, probably some of the phone calls you probably can't hear compared to 2021. But anyway, what do we got? Casper Ackerman, just read your interview. Andrea, I just read the interview you did. Popped up out of nowhere onto my newsfeed. I know how you hate those things, but you're a natural. You even gave Antonio a mention. I'm sure he'd be delighted. How is the old man? Please send him my best. He's 90 now. I can't believe it. Time flies, eh? As per our last chat, I'll also be sending you some more Maya highlights later today. Keep an eye out for the little maneuver on lap 14. You can't teach that stuff. It's sublime. Looking forward to catching up properly soon. And Zoe says, hi. Best of luck in Canada, my friend. Casper is the big boss. Davidoff Butler. To each and every member of our illustrious team, I just want to wish everyone the best of luck for this weekend, but I know we won't need it. Andre tells me we're making real progress, finding solutions that will mitigate the problems with the car, so I'm expecting very big things. I've already told the boys that if they don't bring home the points, there'll be trouble, so feel free to remind them any chance you get, especially Devon. Funny that. Looking forward to seeing you all in Hungary. I've heard it's nice this time of year. Be bold, fortune favours it. D. Linda Clifton, operations manager. Confirmation, your father's flight. Andy, okay. Just wanted to send you a little reminder. We've booked Antonio's flight out to Japan, business class as you requested. I put it in the diary, but wanted to check that you still want to meet him personally at the airport. Happy to send a car along with someone from the office if you can't. Let me know when you have a second. Linda. All right. We got Mark Priestley, obviously, weekend preview. Hey, boss, when it comes to Canada, the main advice I'll give to Aiden and Devon is to remember that they can probably carry more speed into some of these corners than they expect, but they can't be too greedy with the cutting. Some of the curves here can be ruthless, as always. You can see from my previous league racing videos here. So they need to make sure they show them respect and don't take too much. It won't take much to find the car scraping the side of the barrier. Mark. So what have we got here? Can I actually see this? Hang on a second. Can I? Is that all it is? Okay, well, that's all it is, apparently. So, anyway, let's go to the race. I'm sure it's we're doing mid-race. What have we got? Several laps remaining. Aiden Jackson pushes on as he hopes to secure some much-needed points for Konnersport. Who's this coming out of the pit lane?
Into turn 2 we go now. Butler comes out of the pit lane. Jackson is right now with him. This is dicey.
Oh, no, not this again.
Neither one of these two wants to give way.
This would have been a lot cleaner if Jackson had just let him go. He's just not giving him an inch.
They continue onwards, still wheel to wheel, almost touching there as well.
As we only started with Casper back in 2021.
Nothing to separate either car, and through the chicane we go. And now Jackson sends them both off the track, and Butler over a curve. That looked nasty.
I do believe that one of their cars is damaged here, Crofty. I think it's Butler.
Damage, Ant, but also they've lost places too.
Unbelievable and totally unnecessary as well.
Well, one damaged car, places now to make up. What a complete mess that was.
Probably going to get a hiding from the engineer. What's our objective here? We're playing third place.
I didn't even think it was going to go.
At the end of the race.
Okay, calm yourself down. We'll look at it in the debrief later, but right now I want you to go get those places back. Come on, let's go.
Finish ahead of Stroll and Latifi for an extra bonus. Okay. I don't even know where the hell they are. We got nice back end. Mick Schumacher next, 16th. So there's Latifi in front of us, so that's 1. Okay. Oh my goodness me.
Okay, let's calm down a bit out there. Let's keep these passes clean so we don't end up with a penalty, okay?
Not my best, Mark, but gee whiz. I'm going to get DRS from Latifi's car. Get out of my way. Up. It's not really a passing spot. We got it done anyway on Nicholas. Go Tifi. Righto, Esteban Ocon next for 14. I should the first green dot on the map. No, we wouldn't have got DRS. It's a extra point before the hairpin. Esteban got it, so Big Daddy Rick said we got it.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
There's Alex Albon for 13. White. We got plenty of time. What about it then on Alex, but no. Get past him here. Easy. Come on, Cody. You got to do better with the AI. Make it look like child's play. All right, Lando Norris and Zhou Guan Yu are next. And there's Stroll in 10. So that's what we got to get for a bit more bonus reputation. 4 laps to go. Leclerc's out.
Caution, caution.
Well, they've gained us another spot, I'm pretty sure, if Charles was in the 10. Yep, it was.
Okay, clear.
There you got DRS. Kevin's obviously struggling with the damage that they had earlier. Late move, very late move. Danny Rick style move again. Zhou Guan Yu as well. Gives me enough room. Righto. The the 10. Lance Stroll next.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Why is he on the friggin' hard compounder tyres? Tell me we're going to have another cutscene where reliability is going to play a factor again.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Could not do anything about that one. Bottas, Yuki Tsunoda. Possibility we might be able to grab him. Absolutely horrible.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Fighting as well. Up that cause. Yuki on the softs, of course. Valtteri on the mediums. Very cautious of the AI. Let's see if we can catch Yuki off guard here. Nicely done. Should get Valtteri for 7. Jesus, bit of saving a Joe. Carlos Sainz wins the Grand Prix. Just going to get home for P7.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Yeah, that chaos in Canada bit was probably not my fault.
So it's been a day of drama here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve today. But Ant, what stood out for you?
Well, it must be the Konnersport moment between the two drivers there. Banging wheels, not giving each other room on track. It was entertaining, of course, but definitely for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, we enjoyed it, certainly. And Aiden Jackson, well, he'd have enjoyed the result. He did well to recover.
He did do well to recover, but, you know, you never want to see 2 cars, if you're the team boss, seeing 2 cars hit each other. It's rule number 1. Don't hit your teammate.
Given all the problems they've had this season, though, getting 1 car over the finish line, that's probably a big result for them today. And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
Cannot wait for the debrief after that one, but pretty sure Devon would have finished the race, even though he was like further down the field with the damage that they said. So don't really know if we have the option of skipping these podium scenes. We probably can, but just want to let it play out, obviously, in case I miss anything. Carlos, Lewis, and Max. Nothing ever changes post-race. Jackson and Butler's rivalry from the past 2 seasons seems to be alive and well, even when they're teammates. Their unwillingness to cede position to each other at the Canadian Grand Prix is a bad look for Konnersport. Here we go. This will be interesting. Oh, no, we're not going to have that one. Devon going to call me on the phone, or what's going to happen here? I'll wait for it. Let's have a look at the news. Calamity at Konnersport. Oh, here we go. All right, Andrea, here we go.
Aiden, just a heads up. We're putting the debrief back by 30 minutes.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Listen, while I've got you on, what happened out there today?
It wasn't my fault. Devon thinks he's the only one driving.
I don't want to dwell on it too much at the meeting, but this is not how we run a team. You know this.
Of course. It's just...
No, I don't want to hear it. We have enough problems as it is. Whatever has gone on between you two in the past, I need you to put it to bed.
Sure.
I don't want to have to talk to you like this, Aiden, and I'll be saying the same to Devon. Come on now.
Sure.
See you at the debrief.
Well, that'll be definitely interesting. No car troubles. What do you get? Opinion. There is no such thing as home advantage. Given great expectations for the Nigel Flattery. Even so, much was made on social media about one outlet's belief that the Canadian pair would easily dispatch both Konnersport's drivers here in Montreal. At the end of the day, however, Aiden Jackson managed to get the last lap as he crossed the line in his KS01 ahead of both Stroll and Latifi, much to relief to Konnersport team principal and owner Andre O'Connor. Obviously, I contend that there is no home advantage. Back in my karting days, I received nothing but heckles and jeers from my home crowd. They were to provide a statistical advantage. I would have won my home tour, and now would probably be in a single-seater earning millions, not behind a laptop screen at midnight. The teammates don't always play nicely. Keep your friends close. Was of course Butler and Jackson at odds again. It's not the first time we've seen teammates seemingly struggle to play ball. Indeed, it's not even the first time we've seen Aiden Jackson not play ball, clashing as he did back in 2021 with then teammate Casper Ackerman. Elsewhere, who could forget the iconic bruising title scrap between childhood friends turned rivals Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton from 2013 to 2016. Hamilton claimed glory in 2014 to 15 before Rosberg finally tasted victory in 2016 and retired immediately afterwards. It was often likened to the rivalry of Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost, who clashed as teammates at McLaren between 1988 and 89. Senna took home the championship in 88 before Prost won out in 89. However, unlike Rosberg and Hamilton, Senna and Prost's rivalry would rumble on when Prost joined Ferrari. The calamity at Konnersport. It's not the car, it's the drivers. So we say goodbye to a GP that undoubtedly saw the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve bear witness to some extreme on-track drama. Nowhere was this more surprising than with this Konnersport clash of Aiden Jackson and Devon Butler, who wouldn't give each other a single inch of space out on the track. With Butler taking damage and Jackson scrambling to recover places, it's clear that all may not be well over Konnersport. Whether an oversight in strategy, an unfortunate mistake, or signs of an old rivalry re-emerging, one thing's for sure after escalating car troubles, last thing Konnersport needs now are drivers that can't get along. In other news, which obviously just goes off there, but this will be interesting, all the stuff going on there. So tussle like that, nice one, Aiden Jackson. Butler should be sacked. Crofty, covering the buzz to bring in the drama. Maxime, of course, YouTube content creator. Jess McFadden, well, she's still under McFadden. Well, anyway, Jess from, well, she was WTF1, but now elsewhere. In that one coming. Arava, respectable finish for Konnersport. Can't knock them when they're scoring points in their maiden season. Tommy T999. These other ones I've never heard of. This email stuff will be interesting. Oh, Brian Doyle. Never guess where I am. Aiden, just thought I'd send you a cheeky hello from sunny Barbados. Been watching you race. Nice to see some things never change. And by that, I mean Butler is still a clown. Can't say I miss it, to be honest. Retirement life is suiting me just fine. Sun, sea, sand, and all the trimmings to go with it. Fell asleep on the beach last night. Had to do the walk of shame back to the hotel this morning. Can you believe it at my age? Hope all is well. Let's catch up at the end of the season once I'm home. Anyway, race fast, kid, and don't be a stranger. Brian? Andrea, obviously, FYI, for everyone attending the debrief, we're putting the meeting back by half an hour. It means everyone's got the time to grab a coffee and take a comfort break beforehand, which I suggest you all do with a lot to discuss. What happened out there today is not a good look for Konnersport. I expect better, Andrea. I hate to think what the head boss thinks. Saskia, I assume that's Saskia Mills. Aiden, I'll message you in the morning, but remember you've got that phone interview at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow. I tried to rearrange due to all the time difference, but we've postponed it twice now, so I think we have to take the hit. Details are in your diary. Just try and make sure to read the brief before you're dialed in. Also, just a reminder that the auction for Nigel Mansell's racing gloves is next month. If you really want them, we need to discuss how high you're willing to go. You'll be mid-race at the time of the auction, so I'll have to bid for you, and I don't want to break the bank. Speak later. Saskia. Well, that is certainly interesting. Anyway, all right, next chapter, shall we? Chapter 3, Hungarian Grand Prix. This is when the big boss turns up or something, and Andrea's father as well. Anyway, several weeks later, Chapter 3, with over half the 2022 season now in the books, and having endured more than their fair share of teething issues, Aiden Jackson and the team at Konnersport attempt to prove the doubters wrong and make a strong statement before heading into the summer break. This is the big boss.
Hey there, can you raise that lamp about 6 inches, right? Excellent. A butler should always look sharp. So.
At what point in the 22 season was it clear to you that the team was struggling?
Oh, well, right after the Hungarian GP. I may only be the money, but even to me it was obvious. The whole thing was a sham.
Yet again, Konnersport, Jackson and Butler battling it out on track. It seems as
Hang
if
on
they...
2 seconds, Nat.
Okay, Devon, Aiden's lapping faster than you. I need you to let him pass, please. Devon, do you copy? Listen to me, I need you to let Aiden pass now.
Not going to happen.
Butler just completely blanking the order there. Seems like he can even acknowledge it.
Too true, but as you can see, no way through for Jackson. No way at all. This Konnersport rivalry is getting heated on the track here in Hungary.
Can we get to barge him out of the way? I hope. I'll take Butler before lap 14.
Come on, this is a joke.
Start in the worst part of the track. That was straight, somewhat. What are we? Lap 11. Finish in the top 8, get the fastest lap. It's the wrong brake bias.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Well, relatively pressure mediums. Mediums hards, yep. Napping here if we can. Sucked in, Devitt. That's how you do it. We've got finish in the top 10, finish in the top 8 and get the fastest lap. Righto. Well, we've got Sebastian Vettel's next on track. Whoa. Goodbye, Devitt. Nice knowing you. Sneaky one down the final corner of Seb, but we get it done. Try to get Alex Albon. Danny Rick next up. The McLaren days of 22. Pushing through the corner. Oh, unusual spot. One wide. Alpine pair of Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso. Should have revved it on the limiter there, considering this car has got problems. Not really a double overtake, but we'll take it on Fernando especially. Right, now going to get top 8 and fastest lap. Get a bit of bonus reputation. We've got Kevin Magnussen and Lando Norris next. Lando's target.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Fastest lap. That one might be a bit of a difficult one, but we can try. Traffic probably won't help things, but for that one. Should get Lando this straight. Start with DRS.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
Whoa. Charles Leclerc coming out of the pit lane as well. Snap.
Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on the soft tyre.
Copy.
Soft tyres and the car behind. Our gap to the car in front is 3.4 seconds.
With his best defensive. Try and stop Charlotte in the fastest lap at this rate. Horrible.
We've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:21.9. Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now.
4/10 off it at this stage. Quick Charles goes. Carlos Sainz is next. Top 5. Checo Perez is next. Risky. Very risky, but we got it done.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
Stick a tick and podium if we get past George. Fastest lap, I'll be honest. Can we get a cheeky pizza? No, not quite.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Watch out hitting the Red Bull car, obviously. That.
So, Nats, who else out there deserves a mention today?
Well, I feel like there are a couple, but let's start with Aiden Jackson.
Couldn't agree more. Jackson had a brilliant race, didn't he?
Yeah, we know Konnersport have struggled all season. Jackson's done really well today, and that's in spite of the problems with his own teammate.
Even before they became teammates, these two had their fair share of run-ins. It's a fascinating rivalry. You can't take your eyes off it for one moment. But nonetheless, some much-needed points today for Konnersport. Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay
see Aiden on the
competitive
podium, do
with
we?
the other teams, and they're
Yeah, there
certainly
he is.
proving themselves.
Spray a bit of champagne with Max and Lewis.
Well, a good race out there again today, Aiden. But what we do all want to know, what exactly happened with Devon? It sounded like he completely ignored a direct team order.
Do I have to... Yeah, okay, I have to pick a... Oh, God. These things happen. No idea that's for Devon to answer, or... What's his level 2? He was out of order, but what do you expect? We'll go this one.
Yeah, what do you expect? It's Devon. He was out of order out there. He really needs to rein it in. He's not the only one driving. I'm sure the team will have a lot to say about it.
Well, he did certainly seem to cause you some trouble out there today. And after that, and what happened in Canada, what would you say to those wondering if the old Jackson-Butler rivalry is well and truly back?
Old habits never die hard. The problem is Devon will never change. I think the press takes that rivalry more seriously than we do. As in the past, we were focused on making Konnersport a success. Probably go with that one.
No, that's in the past, definitely. We're in the same team now. That's what matters. If there's anything that happens between me and Devon on track, it's because we're so focused on making Konnersport a success. We're bound to tread on each other's toes from time to time.
So issues with Devon aside, how do you feel it went out there today? Do you think the team will be pleased with your performance?
Good result, but there's always room for improvement. I think so. The car performed well and I did everything I could. Could have pushed it harder. Don't really want to get the reputation up. Oh, bugger it.
Pushed it harder, probably. It was a good enough result, but, you know, with the past issues of the car, I feel maybe we held back a little bit. I'll definitely be putting in the work for the next race weekend, for sure.
So, you mentioned the car there. In that regard, Konnersport's not had the easiest of times so far this season. Has that all been sorted? Are those reliability concerns well and truly behind you?
No problems today. I'm confident the team have it all in hand. These are common problems for a new team. I hope so, but we'll see what happens over the next 3 races just to get a bit more. I suppose you have to go that one.
I hope so. I mean, today was good. Yeah, there was no issues with the car. It's always difficult when a driver brings everything they've got and the car lets them down at the last minute. But, you know, I've been told the team has got it all under control, so yeah, we'll see what happens in the next few races.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
Hopefully that was good enough. Anyway, what do we got? Post-race. Despite Devon's lack of cooperation during the race, Aiden still manages to get past his Konnersport teammate and skill points for the team at the Hungaro ring.
Okay, I'll leave that in your capable hands.
Debrief?
Devon, you had a problem with the team order today?
Didn't happen.
What?
Look, I know everyone's saying I ignored it, but it didn't happen. I never got the order. Check the comms.
Shoddy workman always blames his tools, eh?
Check the comms.
Okay, we checked the communication pipeline. Fix it. This cannot happen again.
Typical.
Aiden, listen.
What's the point?
It's just Devon being Devon.
And what? That makes it okay? He's an arrogant...
No, you're right to call him out. But imagine if we didn't give him certain freedoms. He'd be even harder to manage. As his father, I know. Aiden, you're the best driver that we have. And it's right for you to put Devon in his place. He needs it. The team needs it.
Thanks. Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me. I think...
Honestly, we don't deserve you. And I know that you're being discussed at other teams, so just keep doing what you're doing.
Sure. I'm sorry if I've spoken out of turn. About Devon.
Not at all. You know the best way to keep Devon in his place?
What's that?
Beat it.
Maybe some help from the father, maybe not. I don't know. All right, what do we got now?
Could you take a look at this, please?
We got Star is Born. Konnersport has been contacted by a film production company. They're currently in the pre-production phase of the latest installment in the ever-popular Throttle Zone movie franchise. Want to offer a cameo role for one of our drivers. They're also keen to use Konnersport branding within the picture, and it would be an excellent opportunity to help put the team on the map. Question is, which driver should represent Konnersport in the movie? We got Aiden would be an excellent ambassador for the team. It's clear that he's been feeling a little underappreciated of late, so this could serve as the ego boost he needs. Devon, Davidoff has made it clear to me that he's keen for Devon to represent the team here. Besides, I would never hear the end of it from Devon if I offered it to Aiden or decline, even though it's a great opportunity for some brand exposure. We have enough on our plate as it is. This is just an extra complication that could affect both the focus and performance of the team. It's obvious. Not a fan of Devon, so it has to go to Aiden. What do we got here? When chatted by the press about disregarding the team order during today's race, Devon went public with the comms issue. We're now being pressured for a statement. What is our response? Was it confirmed? We don't want to create any unnecessary controversy. We will protect Devon for now. Confirmed was an issue with the comms. deny. He can't go around making those claims. State there is no issue with the comms that should keep Devon in his place. Or cautious for a bit more reputation. We still don't know ourselves. Let's be open and state that we're running tests and looking into it. Probably just played a cautious game. Team building days at the factory went ahead as planned. Oh, Devon's overpromise. And we received some really positive feedback from those in attendance. We noted that there was some disappointing grumblings online about the fact that Devon's promised tour never went ahead, but they're dying down now. Jim, we didn't have to answer that one, so we just move on very quickly. A star is born. Devon's overpromised down in reputation, but who cares? A bit more podium pass, XP. What now? Oh, the big boss, Davidoff.
Davidoff.
So, I had a word with Aiden.
And?
Nothing to worry about. Don't think there'll be any more problems.
What did you say?
Doesn't matter. We level with each other. Just leave Aiden to me from now on.
And, what about Devon?
What about Devon?
We both know it wasn't the comms, right?
Andrea, listen. Devon may push his luck from time to time, but I won't have his integrity questioned. If he says it was the comms, then you know what to do. Yes?
Right. Sure. I'll have them checked again.
See that you do.
Standing up for his son. What else is new? Oh, dear, oh, dear. Gotta love that sort of thing, don't you? And all the stuff here on the social media. Usual rumblings, I suppose you could call it. But we'll get into the news back in a minute. Hang on, with the emails. Phil Padgett. I didn't know where to go with that one, but update on the comms. Andrea, we checked, double-checked, and triple-checked the comms as requested. 0 problems or faults every single time. Even when we tried to cause a fault to replicate what could have happened during the race, they've come back perfect. Happy to send across a full technical report when we give you a physical demo if you want to pop down. But between us, I think the problem may lie with the driver. Shock horror. Let us know if you want us to keep going or we can draw a line under it. Phil. Linda Clifton rescheduling Antonio's flight. Andy, that's no problem at all. There's no issue with the flight. We've already booked it, rebooked it, sorry. Business class the same as before. The only problem is the hotel. With Antonio coming out earlier, they haven't got a room for the extra 3 days. So I've booked him in at the Lancaster. It's only a couple of streets away from where you're all staying, but it's a definite upgrade. Really hope he likes it. I'm also really curious to find out why he wanted to fly out earlier. Has he told you anything further, or has it still been left as I have some news? Question mark. Linda. Yeah. Let's have a look at these quick news articles anyway. So, yeah, all the rumour mill started going. Alonso to Aston. So this season begins. Well, it begins. Aston Martin have announced the signing of the one and only Fernando Alonso, replacing the retired Sebastian Vettel. And they do so from out under the noses of Alonso's current employees, Alpine, whose sources say we're unaware of the move. There's one door closes, another opens, and what an exciting opportunity this creates for young Oscar Piastri, Alpine reserve driver and 2021 F2 champion. Surely now he's poised for his first full-time seat in Formula 1. Deserved after, well, just drifts off after that one, so. Can we read into these? No, we can't. I don't know what are these going on. No, okay, whatever. But yeah, well, we know how that one played out. I'd assume it'll play out in the news as well. Sebastian Vettel announced his retirement. Hashtag Dankas Seb. Sebastian Vettel once said that he would only join social media once he retired. So there was a sense of poetry to him opening his account immediately, posting an intimate sit-down video announcing his retirement at the end of the season. We tend to think of F1 drivers as ciphers, sports people elevated above the mortal concerns of the laity? I don't know how do you pronounce that, but Vettel, or Seb as he's known to his fans, reminded us that this is far from the case, reintroducing himself as a father and a husband, sharing his love of chocolate, the smell of fresh bread, his belief in equality and climate justice. Yeah, whatever, about that one. And so the long farewell begins. Let's savour it, starting with this weekend, as it dwells off right there. We have much 3 more articles. All rivalries return, but have Jackson and Butler put it behind them? Putting to bed any speculation behind closed doors is not well in the Konnersport camp. We're both so focused on making Konnersport a success, we're bound to tread on each other's toes from time to time. Assured a philosophical Jackson when pressed on if the old Jackson-Butler rivalry which much of the 2021 season had indeed returned. This follows an egregious on-track incident where Butler seemed to ignore a direct team order, blocking his angry teammate in the process. This led to an overall positive reaction to Jackson on social media, many praising the driver's fairness with regard to the matter. Others, however, are not so sure, wondering if Jackson is simply trying to hide his annoyance. So far, however, Konnersport themselves have been unavailable for comment. Think about what you will. Fast living with Devin Butler at home with the Formula One star. It's only when we go down into the basement Devin really opens up. Surrounded by a classic car collection that reaches well into double figures, it's clear that driving is Devin Butler's life. To come down here, it's where I feel at peace. He grins, running his hand along the bodywork of one of these cars. See how fortunate I am. Here in his home environment, the arrogant and cocky demeanour beloved by Devon's fans and despised by his detractors seems far more subdued and controlled, but only just. Can't take them out as often as I like. Too busy travelling the world and showing the part-timers how to win races, but that's life. We've got breaking news from Hungaroring. Live events from the Hungarian Grand Prix. With some on social media immediately saying that Butler is only driving with such an attitude precisely because his father funds the team. We're unable to confirm what really happened until Konnersport puts in an official statement. One thing that is clear, however, is that Butler certainly seemed to ignore a direct order to let his teammate past. We can only wait to see what the repercussions, if any, will be for Butler. Will the team be handling the infraction internally or not at all? And even if they do, will we hear anything about it? Both fans and punters alike are calling the incident outrageous, with some going as far as claiming it is an indicator that Butler now sees himself as too big for the team. Elsewhere on the grid, Ferrari's fortunes started to look up as Charles Leclerc proves once again. It dwells off there. I don't know why we can't read the articles, but that might just be me. Let me know in the comments if I split this into a couple of videos that if we can read those ones. But anyway, let's move on to chapter 4, and we have more stuff coming in. Lovely.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
All right. Being the new team on the grid has its advantages. Our merchandise has proved really popular, much more so than we were expecting. Some lines either sold out or stock running low. We've had a word with the sportswear division, though, and they can't increase production without affecting other Konnersport lines. This issue is a bit bigger than just your F1 interest. How should we handle this? No, we can't. Well, we can't do that one because obviously it's locked. So increase production. Let's increase production of the F1 merchandise. Making this team successful helps every part of the business and it gets our name out there and increases brand awareness. But we just have to make do. I'll trust our manufacturing team. Let's keep with the existing schedule. Perhaps the scarcity will drive demand in the long run. So we have to pretty much pick that one. The R&D department have been in touch. They need to finalise the schedule for the upcoming months in order to submit their plans for next season. They're keen to shift focus solely towards the 2023 car now, but there are some conflicting opinions in engineering as they believe there are some easy gains to be made this season. Where should they focus their efforts? 2022 car, 23 car, or both to get us to level 3. These gains may well help us grab a higher position to constructor standings this year, and that money is going to be integral to future investment in the car. Let's get those developed first. 23, I think we're going to have to make do with what we have this year. More development time we get on next year's car will pay dividends down the road. Tell the team to focus on the 23 car, or both. Let's strive for both. I'm willing to pay overtime to relevant teams to make this a possibility. We've got the talent to reach for a better position this year without sacrificing next year's performance. Oh, God. Don't make it difficult for me. I was going to really focus on the 23 car, but we have to go both, I suppose. We'll see.
So what about Callie Mayer? Was she on your radar at this point?
Of course. She was making big waves in F2. And Ackerman would not shut up about her.
The Netherlands, F2 sprint race. Oh, here we go. Chapter 4. Upcoming British F2 driver Callie Mayer, this was the new character on the block, finds herself dominating the competition in the sprint race at Zandvoort. Not content to sit out in front leading the race, Mayer and the team had tried to decide to opt for an unorthodox strategy. Used to an F2 race again.
Here's our race leader, Callie Mayer. She has been blisteringly fast around Zandvoort here today.
Hey, look at that! She's going into pit!
Interesting strategy they've decided
Mr.
on there.
old David A.
She has
Valsecchi.
been lapping at rapid pace, but is this the right call?
Yeah, it's It's a bold move, for sure. Looks crazy to me, but let's find out.
Here she goes then, on brand new tyres. The rest of the field still sticking with their original set. Where exactly does Callie Mayer come out? Let's see.
Win the race.
Okay, Callie, let's go. We're going to leave it to you. You know what to do. Come on.
Copy that. On it.
It's like an omen. Oh, jeez, where am I going? Because, I mean, we all know what happened in real life in this Trident car. Of course, these are 2022 cars, I get it, but... We've got 14 seconds to catch up to the leader, which is Marcus Armstrong back in these days. Jesus, just made the corner. Used to the F2 cars braking compared to the F1 cars is so different. If you haven't tried an F2 car, I'd suggest you try it out.
Okay, push. Gap to the car behind. 1.6 seconds.
These are all the 2022 drivers. Roy Nassani's next in the Dams. Back, yeah, he was in the Dams. And Jehan Derubala in the Prema in front. And he was a Red Bull back driver. Run. No ERS usage. We can still use DRS, obviously, in the DRS detection zones, but look at the grip. That's P9. We have 6 laps to go after this one. 11.5 to catch Marcus Armstrong. Not really far ahead, but Enzo Fittipaldi next. He was in the Chiru. Chiru anymore, it's PHM Racing. DRS. DRS lines a little bit earlier this year. Should get the fastest lap now since we've got soft tyres. Yes, we do.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Past Enzo. Marcus Armstrong in the high tech. I remember. It was in the Dams, but anyway. Teo Porchere's next. NEART. Yumo Iwasa. Personally think Iwasa's got a good future in Formula 1, so too Teo. Inside. There we go. Teo, ART. Oh. Probably not the right move there. Oh no, good old Jehan. Probably a bit of a risky one there. We've still got time. We've got 5 laps to go. Outside line.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
Not easy, but anyway, get past Enzo again. Try again and get past these guys. Not out of it yet, I don't think. Still going to win the race. Yeah, Watson's move was probably a bit risky, line for half, but didn't get any damage from it. Some simulation damage as well. Past Teo here. On the front straight with Marcus. Oh, 20, hang on, 2022. Hang on, it would have been the 21 cars. Again. This time he realises. Well, that might be 22 cars. Because Logan Sargent's in here in the Carlin. We made his move up into Formula 1. 23. Logan next. Inside here. Five. Dennis Howell goes next in the framer. Top four guys still left to go. There's another fast lap. It's coming down anyway, the gap to Marcus Armstrong. I said the AI is probably not the best, but someone's had a breakdown by the looks of it.
Yellow flag.
Geez, Marcus Armstrong out of the race. Get past Dennis Hauger if we can. Got it. So that'll help us out there now. We'll climb up Novalak in the MP. And then Liam Lawson in the Carlin. Go. Should get things done pretty easily, I think. What else is there? I mean, yeah, this is, like I said, it's child's play. Outside. Got that. Got it. Easy. Into the lead we go. Down the steer. Shocking on these softs. It's the best out of the soft tyres anyway. But One more lap complete.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Cruise home now. The marbles. Wide. And even after a bit of a spin that we did on a dive bomb of Iwasa, which probably was a bit of a risk, come home with an easy win. Probably could have had like 10-second win, but who cares? Got the job done. It's a way to celebrate for Callie.
Callie Mayer, take a bow. What a masterclass to finish first here in the Netherlands. It was such an unlikely strategy from Mayer, but she and the team have made a success of it. What a race, what a performance, what a genuine joy to watch. Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be Trident picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for coming out on top in that amazing race.
Right, post-race. Mayo manages to win in convincing fashion after an unconventional pit stop. Every race win shows why Mayo is such a promising young driver in Formula 2.
Callie, what do you put your success down to this season?
Oh, I'd say probably my speed.
In what way?
I find lapping faster than everyone else really, really helps. Casper.
No.
Seriously though, I have a great team around me, and this guy, more than anyone else, has been pretty useful to have around. Casper, what are you shy? Come up here.
Yes. Okay.
There's Casper.
And Callie says you've been a factor this season, Casper.
I'm not the one driving.
Didn't agree with my tyre strategy though.
This one has no respect for her elders.
But can you give us more detail as to the exact role you play?
None whatsoever. It's all about her.
He's probably right, to be fair.
So, were you already in touch with Casper Ackerman at that point?
Ackerman and I go way back.
All right, so it looks like we're in the paddock of F2. And in Callie Mayer's hands now. Okay, let's have a look at the news. Oh. Phone call. Evelyn. Is this Mum?
Let me guess, you saw the race, couldn't be prouder, and everyone in the office wouldn't stop screaming.
Well, that saved me a few minutes. Guess I'll speak to you later then.
How are you, Mum?
Oh, I couldn't be prouder, Cal. That was one hell of a race. Everyone in the office wouldn't stop screaming.
Shut up.
Honestly, the way you're driving, I think we're going to have to change your name.
What's here this time?
Callie Winner. You've got this in the bag, Cal.
Oh, okay. That is the kind of award-winning journalism that we really do need right now, but one race at a time, okay?
That sounds like Casper talking. Is he looking after you?
Yeah, Yeah, always. Actually, I've got a meeting with him that I'm running a bit late for, so I've got a dash. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, sweetheart. Call me tonight and well done.
Yeah.
Mother-daughter things, obviously. So, all right, what do we got? Audi formally announced F1 entry, full ring choice Formula 1. And while Audi hasn't been shy about their designs at F1, now it's official. Audi will join F1 in 2026, not just as a constructor, but as an engine supplier. And they'll do so with Sauber as their technical partner, having acquired a minority stake. Sauber, of course, currently compete as Alfa Romeo with a Ferrari power engine, but not for much longer. Soon, Audi and Sauber will join forces. 2026 is a fascinating time to join the grid, coming alongside a raft of technical changes, including more electrical power and 100% sustainable fuels, all that whip jazz, all that shit. How will Vorsprung dirt technique blend with the rigor and competition of a Formula One? We'll have to wait for a solid 3 years to find out. Piastri to McLaren for real this time, musical chairs, which had left fans wondering what the next move would be. And so, having been stung twice before by filling articles on this topic prematurely, it's safe to write that Oscar Piastri will indeed be joining McLaren for the 2023 season, following the expiry of his contract with Alpine. Contract Recognition Board have ruled in McLaren's favour, judging that Alpine, despite their appeals, didn't have a watertight contract with Piastri. So as McLaren confirmed their lineup, the question remains, what will become of Daniel Ricciardo? As his fellow countryman replaces him, the Australia is currently without a drive next year. Surely someone will come calling before Bahrain next year. The Konnersport comms team doesn't know what's going on. At the Hungarian Grand Prix, Butler told the press it was an issue with the comms. He hadn't heard the order, he claimed, and so couldn't ignore it. Konnersport themselves, meanwhile, claim they don't even know what the situation is with the comms. Consider that for a moment. They don't even know. That's true, then it really is a sorry state of affairs for the newest team to the grid. If it's not true, however, then what are they hiding? Perhaps they'd rather protect the behaviour of Devin Butler than leave him exposed to criticism. Or maybe the sheer embarrassment of admitting to the comms issue has prevented them from acknowledging it openly. Make of it what you will. Up-and-coming Callie Mayer, Formula 2's biggest surprise of the season. No wonder then that everyone seems to be talking about Callie Mayer. With only a single F3 season under her belt, Mayer surprised everyone by roaring into Formula 2 for the 2022 season and shows no signs of stopping. Her results speak for themselves. Consistent podium finishes right out of the gate have placed Mayer as the one to watch. So the question everyone's asking now is, what's the secret to her success? While she does have a strong team around her, many are also speculating that Mayer could indeed possess the natural raw talent for her driving that you see only once in a generation. Mentored by the Flying Dutchman himself, Formula 1 veteran Kasper Ackerman, it's clear that Callie Mayer has been prepped for a potentially very bright future. It seems to be. This is Callie's socials. Natalie Pinkham, Lucas drives. She's at Lucas Faber. Will behave himself this weekend. That was Anthony Davidson. Yep, Maxime, Kurt. These ones, some of these are probably just made up ones. And all that stuff. Again, you can read through. If you want to skip the news stuff as well, you're more than welcome to. Is it Casper? I told you no cameras. Cal. I've told you before, I have absolutely no desire to ever speak to the press. I get so wound up by journalists. I swear it's the only reason I got a reputation for being cold back in F1. Although I imagine Zoe would tell you different. This is your time to shine. From what I saw, you're a natural in front of the camera. In brackets, I really hope they caught my good side. Cass. Dinkum. Maurizio Salvadori. Tyre strategy. Unorthodox but effective. I don't think there's anything else I could say. Really glad we listened to you on that one. Your instincts were bang on. That was one heck of a race out there today, Callie. Well done and thank you, Maurizio. Ben Hicks, Motorsport Agent, wanted to check your availability. Hey, Callie, as I said in my previous mail, the phone hasn't stopped. Photo shoots, interviews, advertising deals. Looks like your feet aren't going to be touching the ground anytime soon. As your agent, I'd always be keen to say yes to everything and never say no to an opportunity, but I don't think there are enough hours in the day. Give me a call when you're free. It's probably worth us having a chat about the kind of thing you want to fill your diary with. It might also be worth getting your mum on the call too. Evelyn's experience might really help us in deciding the route you want to take. I can't overstate how rare it is, Cal, to be in a position where it's you making all the choices. We've a lot to talk about. Ben, okay. So let us move on to the next chapter. It's chapter 5. I believe there's like 17 chapters, so I'll get to like maybe chapter 8 or 9, and then we'll call it for this one. Japanese Grand Prix. With only a handful of races remaining in the 2022 campaign, Konnersport are still looking to make their mark on the sport during their first season as part of the F1 grid. And we're back with Andrea again.
Hey, boss. Got another one for you.
We missed some key sales at the past couple of Grand Prix due to merchandise stock levels. Well, I mean, we didn't have the reputation. But demand is still high. Pre-orders for future stock are looking fantastic. All right, good-o. That was it. That's all you came in to tell me. Bloody hell. Konnersport, again, you can just pause it. Oh, you go for phone call. Which, the big boss, Davidoff.
Davidoff?
Connor, just thought I'd call for a catch-up.
Wait. What time is it where you are?
Doesn't matter. I wanted a report before the race.
Ah, right. I did ask them to send across all the data to you. Perhaps they forgot. I'll make sure to,
No, I've got it all here. Busy man, Andrea. I don't have time to read all that. How's it all look?
The car is running well, data's solid, whole team seems confident, and based on the forecasts, we're sticking to the original tire strategy as we discussed, so we'll see.
Good. And the boys?
Keeping to themselves, so no fireworks. Aiden's been a little quiet, but that's usually a good sign before a race. And Devon's,
I've already spoken to Devon. He's good to go.
Oh. Right.
Well, keep up the good work. Good luck. I'm sure we'll speak after.
As you do. Can't wait to see what Konnersport gets wrong next. Jesus, Ben. I know these are sort of made up tweets, but gee whiz. That side of things. What else we got? News. Here we go. Suzuka, where champions are crowned. Heavy's the head. And as things stand, looks like we'll see Max Verstappen crowned World Drivers' Champion on Sunday. But a learned F1 fan would tell you that it's not just his pace that makes it likely, but the history of the venue. Suzuka, home of the Japanese Grand Prix, has seen 11 champions crowned, with 13 in total coming in Japan. It's due to where it falls in the season, sure, but romantic F1 fans would also argue that the beautiful circuit and a passionate crowd tied with Japan's own history with motor racing create the kind of dramatic atmosphere befitting a coronation. And so we need to roll out the red carpet this weekend when blah, 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 blah. Silly season continues. We have a new name on the grid, with Alpine having finally secured their lineup after the sorry saga of their pursuit of outgoing junior driver Oscar Piastri. They're set to keep it an all-French affair. That's because Esteban Ocon will be joined by Pierre Gasly next year. The two know each other well. If you believe the rumours, was a dangerous thing to do, they're not necessarily the best of friends. However, all that matters is whether they can work together in the garage and on track. Meanwhile, the best driver not to race in Formula 1 finally has a seat. Nick De Vries will line up in the white and blue of Scuderia AlphaTauri next year, making him a rookie at the ripe age of 28. But age is just a number. The F2 and F Formula E champion truly deserves his place on the grid after all that stuff. So chats the outspoken Davidoff Butler. Conversation with the biggest Butler of them all. Initially arranged for a face-to-face meeting, Davidoff's ever-shifting schedule meant that in the end, I was only able to catch him on a 20-minute video call. I was determined to cover as much ground as I could, but he's a tricky man to pin down. When I ask him about his F1 superstar son, Devon Butler, he won't answer me. Well, I know what I want to talk about Devon, he says. It's me you're interviewing. Come on, focus. Davidoff smirks when he makes these kinds of comments to let me know that, no, he's not serious, and yet I can't help but get the sense he means it. He is happy to talk about Konnersport, however. Konnersport represents a real opportunity, he says. Blah, 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 blah. Bloody hell. Car update for Phil Padgett. Chief, the full report's on your desk. The short version, both cars are running within optimal levels based on our projections. We're in a good place. Of course, we could always do more if we had more time, but we've worked this up to the wire. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the data, but I'm sure if we go with the tyre strategy you're planning, the boys will be home in no time. See you on the other side. Casper, interview with Butler Senior. I just read an interview with Davidoff Butler, the latest trackside chats. I mean, I'd heard some stories, but is he like that all the time? No wonder Devon's like he is. Feel for you, Andrea. He seems like an absolute nightmare to work with, rather you to me. Mr. Luck at Suzuka was always one of my favourites. Cass. Linda, team dinner update. And Andy, just wanted to let you know that Sakura have confirmed they didn't know if they'd be able to fit the whole team in, but have decided to close both floors for the night, so we've got the whole place to ourselves. Owner really went out of his way to help us. I'm sure the team will appreciate it and that your dad will love it. While on the subject of Antonio, I'm pleased he arrived safely, and to think he's getting married. He's right, he did have some news. At 92, I guess you're never too old. You see some people in his world. Make sure you wish him congratulations from me, Linda. My boss will just pass the mark previously. Attached information to the drivers. I've told them to keep in mind that there are a couple of different ways to take the hairpin here at Suzuka. Instinctively, they'll want to keep a tight line, but they can probably carry more speed if they go slightly wider. Kind of like the carousel of the Nordschleife. Whichever, that's all we can read, unless I'm missing something. Anyway, let's get on. And we're back here again.
Hey, boss, got a couple of minutes?
As is usual with the movie industry, there's been a delay in production, so the filming will take place next season, booked in for just after the Spanish GP race weekend. Anyways, I need a drink. This clashes with a scheduled mid-season testing day in Catalonia. Davidoff is keen to allow Konnersport to get as much exposure as possible and stick to the filming schedule. We can't realistically commit to both. What should we prioritise? I hate to say, but Davidoff is right. The film's still a good opportunity to pass up. Getting Konnersport on the big screen is excellent for the team. We can't buy that kind of publicity. Or Davidoff isn't running this team. I am. Testing and performance on track is our number one priority. We have to cancel the film appearance. Oh. And I think I've accidentally just said the film. But anyway. I was going to say the testing, but who cares? It's this thing anyway. Well, a solid start to the race sees Aiden on pace for one of his better performances behind the wheel of the Konnersport car. This is where they collide again. 8 laps to go.
Okay, mate, I need you to push before the pit window opens. Push, push.
Take 5 laps before lap 8. Showing an Alpha Tauri, I don't know which one. Yuki, that will explain it. Back down again. Okay. Clear Yuki for 10th.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Take Bottas before lap 8 and finish out a Butler for the extra bonus. A bit further up the road, obviously. 4th, by the look of it. Car. Let's go Tiffy. DRS as well.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Sneaky up the inside of Carlos. Again, I don't know why the things on the side there are showing purple flags. Blue flags, you dumb shits. When were they purple flags for back markers? Okay. Well, that was easy overtaking him.
Another pit stop here at Suzuka. This time it's Aiden Jackson coming in. He's been making steady progress today, and Konnersport need him to. They desperately need some results.
Where's the tyres?
Without this out, look, there's chaos in that garage.
Absolutely, only 3 wheels on the car at the moment, Crofty. Aiden Jackson looks on in despair. Here comes that spare wheel now.
That's a long, long time to wait, just sat in the cockpit. What is going on down at Konnersport?
Well, the tyre is finally out of the garage and on the car, and Aiden Jackson's back out in the race, but it's a long time in the pit, and that will cost them dearly.
Bloody hell. Reclaim 8th place.
What was that? How many places did I lose? Okay, try not to worry about that, Aiden. Just focus on the race, get your head down, and let's put it back. Sick of this!
Frustration's starting to boil over big time. 13th again. Probably a bit lower this time around. And there's Devon in the full round. But seven spots ahead, 6 and 7 are up. Alright, let's get to work. Lando Norris is first. I'll get in DRS rank first. Fresh rubber. We should be right. Fresh rubber. Back down to that one. So Lily got the car on the rev limiter. Rev the guts out of this engine. Close.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Right, so finally got past Pierre Gasly. Yuki Tsunoda's next. Sorry to say, Yuki, I'm going to take your 10th spot. I'll get Bottas, and then Butler looks like he's 7th. No doubt that he's cinematic.
Behind trailing us, 1.6 seconds.
Well, we all crash out or something. I'll be shocked. Check the DRS as well.
You're putting good distance between yourself and the car behind.
Culprits ahead. Carlos Sainz and Valtteri Bottas. Speed we're gaining through here. Again, AI speed's not brilliant, but oh. Righto, goes P8. I think we did get damage from that. Simulation damage as well.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel.
Right, Devon next.
5 laps of fuel left.
Don't know if they're on or not, but apparently they are. There we go. Cutscene here, or are you going to be playing nicely, Devon? Playing nicely with us out of it. Hamilton and Esteban Ocon are next.
Okay, information on sites. They seem to have an issue.
Behind. Don't need to worry about that one. These two at it.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Opposite side for Lewis. There we go, done. P5. George might be the last one we pass we can make. There you are.
And gap to the car in front is 3.0 seconds.
Might just get George on this last lap.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Exit here.
We've only
Oh,
got
maybe
2
not.
laps of fuel left.
We'll just do that. 20 seconds? What? Gonna do a flashback. The only flashback I'll do this series. Anyway, after the little mishap, we'll get home for P4. Long shot to get Charles Leclerc.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
What's the bit to mark off about my issue?
Well, it's still too close to call at the top of the table. Meanwhile, at the other end, Ant, you can really understand Aiden Jackson's frustrations today.
Yeah, they've had car problems all season long, Crofty. They've had a bad mix-up in the garage today, and Konnersport won't be proud of that one.
And Konnersport won't be proud of that. It's the longest pit stop we've had this season. Not the sort of record any team wants to set. Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sports that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Alrighty.
Well, Aiden, I'm sure you already know what I'm going to ask. That pit stop looked like a nightmare. So what on earth happened today?
Rest of the team needs to get its act together. Clearly a problem in the pits, but all I can do is first focus on my driving. Every race has its hiccups. Probably get beat more reputation.
Yeah, well, we all know that every race has a hiccup, so you can just never tell when it's going to happen. You just got to be ready and roll with the punches. I guess on the plus side, a mess up like that means that this mistake will never happen again.
Well, there is a lot of talk on social media about whether Devon is actually getting preferential treatment by the team. So do you think, is there any truth to that, or is it an unfair assumption?
Four options. Of course there is. Devon could use a bit of preferential treatment with his current performance. His dad may be funding the team, but we're treated equally. Oh, no comment. I'm going to just leave it.
I couldn't possibly comment about that. I'll let everyone draw their own conclusions.
Well, Aiden, the list seems to get longer. Car reliability, you and Devon bumping wheels, and now issues in the pit lane. Huge mounting problems at Konnersport. Has there been any talk at all about what the team might do next season, considering that you and Devon just don't seem to get along?
Who knows what the future will bring? Right now, it's all about Konnersport. We'll have it offers for next season. Who knows where I'll end up? I probably will just go with this safe option.
Yeah, I've been thinking about next season. But who knows what the future will bring. At the moment, it's all about Konnersport and bringing in as many points as I can.
And finally, I've got to ask you about this. Rumours have recently emerged that you'll be playing a role in the next Throttle Zone film. Can you comment on this?
Always look forward to getting any chance to show Devon up. That's probably a bit pushy. Not looking forward to it, but it's good exposure for the team. Really excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait to see what I'm going to be doing. They approached me for a part, and it sounds so fun. I can't wait to start this opportunity.
That's great, thank you.
The subtitle's so different to what they say. A timely pit stop error costs Aiden valuable time at the Japanese Grand Prix, which only serves to stoke his frustrations with the team at Konnersport. Well, we're going to expect a phone call any time soon. We'll just go quickly through the socials. Right, on cue. Ah, here we go. This will be interesting.
Talk to me.
About what? You saw the race, right? What is there to say?
Thought you could do with blowing off a little steam.
What is even the point in wasting any more energy? If it's not the car, it's the team. If it's not the team, it's the car. No one seems to care how much effort I'm putting into all of this.
Which is why you need to double down. Listen, I promised I wouldn't say anything, but the top three are talking, Aiden.
What?
They've already reached out to us. Looks like there might be some last-minute negotiations on the cards, but keep that to yourself, okay?
Yeah, of course.
No doubt there'll be some wrangling. You're contracted for another season, but your tenacity has been noticed.
Wow, I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything you're not supposed to know. I hate to admit it, but Konnersport can't keep up with you, Aiden. Just do me a favour, would you?
Yeah, sure. What is it?
I need you to push as hard as you can to get as much out of you before I lose you to a better team. Can you do that for me?
Of course. No problem.
Good boy. You know I'm here whenever you need me. Speak soon.
I wonder if he's just saying that just to like say, you know, oh, you know, you got offered to the big teams, whatnot, or just want you to get out of my team. One way or the other. It's an interesting one. What do I got? Phil, apology. Aiden, I know, no, I don't usually mail you directly, but after what happened today, just wanted to apologise personally. The whole garage is upset about what happened out there today. Personally, I'm furious. Rest assured, we think we're isolated the problem and we make sure this never happens again. Feel free to pop down anytime you like. Your input is always welcome. Lisa Lang, Media Relations team, runner dealing with the press. Hey, all, what happened today? It's likely we're going to be getting a lot of press interest, perhaps even approaching departments that aren't usually press-facing. So just a reminder that each head of department has the full guidelines of press protocol and should brief their teams accordingly. Andrea will be releasing an official statement soon. I'd advise everyone to read it and not divert from that angle should they be approached. We realise that matters like this can get complicated, but a clear party line shows that the team is united. Will make any awkward questions go away a lot faster. Feel free to send me a message should anyone have any questions. Elissa. Saskia. Aiden, we missed out on Nigel Mansell's racing gloves. I know how much you wanted them, so I'm really sorry. In the end, it was down to just us and one other bidder. I have no clue who it was, but no matter how high I went, they just kept pushing. All told, they went 5 times the estimate, which was over double what you told me was your comfort ceiling. Sorry again, Aiden. Rest assured, keep my eyes open for any other similar memorabilia coming onto the market. We'll get the next one. Just watch the race out. For Brian, blimey, Aiden, what was that? Hats off for keeping you cool and getting back into that race. You're a darn good driver. Those seconds must have felt like hours. You did yourself proud out there today. Well done. Would you believe I nearly missed it? We're spending a week in the Costa del Sol. I never realised how hard it would be to find a bar that was showing the GP. Retirement life, eh? I've been sending you postcards too. Imagine they'll all be waiting for you when you get back home. In a bit, Brian. What's all the other news? Stuck in the pits. Stappen next to... that one we've read. Ain't in the movies. Jackson confirms film role. And the producers have since officially confirmed that Aiden Jackson will indeed be playing a small role in the next Throttle Zone film. We reached out to Aiden for official comment. Yeah, it's happening. He said, I'm not entirely sure what my involvement will be yet, but we're going to talk to the producers and the writers and figure something out. So watch this space. Konnersport spokesperson said it was a great opportunity for Aiden and a great opportunity for the team. This marks the 19th film in the Throttle Zone franchise, much to the delight of his vast loyal fan base. Verstappen makes it 2 on a bounce, never in doubt, just like Max Verstappen has sealed his second World Drivers' Championship. He's second in a row. After the tumult of 2021, 2022 seemed to be relatively plain sailing for him, even after the spirited early challenge with Charles Leclerc and Ferrari. It seemed to be a calmer, more composed, more mature Verstappen behind the wheel, steadied as it were by that first championship last year. Now the Dutchman begins an extended victory lap, but it's not like Supermax to take it gently. Expect more wins and podiums over the races to come. And then stuck in the pits. Last F1 team can't catch a break. Season has been setback after setback, seen setback after setback for the fledgling Konnersport Butler global racing team. So that's a fact of the sport, commented Phil Padgett, head mechanic of Konnersport. We knew from the outset the challenges we'd face, but it certainly seems the odds are stacked against us far more than we imagined. The car problems, clashing drivers, and now a disastrous pit stop in Suzuka to add to their resume of disaster. One can only wonder when Konnersport will have the space to start finding their form. It's not all doom and gloom. Even with the issues in the pits, Jackson managed to secure 4th, impressive given the circumstances. Public opinion is finally beginning to turn in Konnersport's favour, seen as the unavoidable underdogs is now a swathe of positivity from fans desperate to see a Titanic turnaround for the team. Alrighty, so what are we up to next? 6.
You saw it, right? The pit stop? How am I supposed to deal with that? I know. I want a chance to prove what I can do, though. In a top-tier seat. I deserve it. I've heard there might be interest. I can't stay here. Okay. Well, what would you do?
So, what advice did you give him?
Well, I told him to try to stay calm, see out the season, and then go to the final team meeting. See if that changes his mind.
And where were you at this point?
Oh, I was busy getting Callie ready for the final race of the F2 season.
Chapter 6, Abu Dhabi, final race of the F2 2022 season. Having put together a number of impressive performances throughout the season, Callie Mayer finds herself within touching distance of the Formula 2 Championship at the season finale in Abu Dhabi. And there'll probably be a phone call from Mum very shortly, I reckon. Right on cue.
I know why you're calling, but make it quick because I have to keep my head in the game.
Of course, darling, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't call to wish you luck.
Thanks, Mum, but luck really won't do anything. I need a clean strategy and just to keep my head, that's all.
Look, which you do, and you will. Just breathe, Cal, okay? You've already put the work in. Now all you need to do is get out there and do what you always do. Yeah?
Yeah. You're right.
Who knows? If you bring this one home, I may even call your father to gloat a little.
Mum, not now.
Oh, I'm just trying to lighten the mood a bit.
I know. You'll be watching, right?
Just try and stop me. Race fast, honey.
All the social stuff there. Soon the news will be the stuff there. Maurizio Salvadori. This is it. To the best team I've worked with. This is it. All our hard work, all those sleepless nights have led to today. Thank you so much for everything you put on the line this season. It's really paid off. Now let's all breathe deep and make it happen. Can't wait to send a follow-up message congratulating you all. We're in this together. Maurizio, and the other one, short and sweet. Callie, just wanted to say that you're one of the greatest drivers I've ever worked with. You have come so far in only a single season. I would wish you luck, but I know you don't like it. So have fun out there today. The whole team is behind you. Maurizio, Casper, do every act of your life. Remember, do every act of your life as if it were your last. Marcus Aurelius. Now get out there and show them who's boss. Cass. All the usual stuff with the news. Okay, has to decide to twist rather than stick. Hulkenberg in, Schumacher out. F1 is cool sport sometimes. You spend ages waiting for your chance for an F1 seat. Spend the first year in that seat driving a vastly underpowered car and find yourself out the door after just 2 seasons. That's Formula 1 as Mick Schumacher now finds out the hard way. It was a mixed year for the young German, finding himself involved in some scraps and some shunts. First half of the season was enduring a long wait for his first points on the board, but his second half was more reliable, staying out of trouble nicely. As possible, Haas's mind was already made up, and they've now contracted the returning Nico Hulkenberg to replace him. Experienced operator who's never quite set the sport alight. Is this his moment? Too early to tell, I suppose. Vettel waves F1 goodbye. Full-time F1 world champion exits, and so the long goodbye is over. Farewell, Sebastian Vettel, 4-time world drivers champion, ally, activist, legend. He departs Aston Martin, departs F1 for a new adventure. Having won 4 consecutive titles with Red Bull from 2010 to 2013, his place in F1 history is set. Only Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, and Juan Manuel Fangio have won more. Vettel hasn't announced exactly what his future holds, but in his retirement video, he mentioned climate justice, all that, and that there is still a race to win. For now, all that's left to say is Danke, Seb. Sargent to fly the stripes in F1 next year, and Latifi is out. It's not surprising as one of the oft-repeated talking points this year has revolved around the US, specifically F1's ever-growing popularity there. Now they'll have to have their own mascot to cheer for, as Logan Sargent will be next year step up from F2 to join Williams in F1. Floridian has shown good pace in F2 since his debut back in the final round of 2021. Becoming the first American to win an F2 race when he did so at Silverstone. The new signing comes a departure, and so it is for Nicholas Latifi after 3 seasons with Williams. He never quite showed his potential with the Oxfordshire-based team, but as no doubt is a bright future under classifications, he says. Looking forward to Konnersport. What's in store for Konnersport Butler Global Racing Team? But as we close in on the final race of the season, what does the future look like for Konnersport? Definitely a long-term investment out of money, people, and time, assured Davidoff Butler when asked about the matter in a recent television interview. Sure, there may be a reshuffle here and there, but Konnersport was never just a one-and-done kind of deal. But beyond that, we'll just have to wait and see. You'll just have to see. Formula One is undoubtedly a sport of vision and dreams, something that Konnersport has in spades, but it's also an unforgiving sport. It's undeniable that Konnersport has brought colour and drama to the grid this year. But can they take what they've learned into the 2023 season and become the contenders that we know they can be? Can Callie do it? All eyes on Maya in the world of motorsport. Being only the second ever female driver after Tatiana Calderon to drive in the Formula 2 Championship. Now the world can only watch and wonder what might be next for the young Brit Callie Mayer. The blistering start to the season followed by consistent podium finishes. Mayer has undoubtedly been the breakout sensation of 2022. So she's already made waves, but can she make history? Only a single race left in the F2 season. It's easy to get ahead of oneself and see Mayer as poised to become the first woman ever to win the Formula 2 Championship. But competition is fierce. We all know the unexpected can always happen out on the track, especially with the stakes this high. All right, let's get into the race then. Just have a quick drink. A few laps remaining. Callie sets her sights on the F2 Championship.
The final race of the season now well underway here in Abu Dhabi. A few different drivers in contention for the F2 Championship. But here's the favourite, Callie Mayer.
She's been so consistent this season, so fast. My money's on Mayer for the championship, no question.
If she can finish high enough, the title belongs to her.
I was waiting for something dramatic there. Finish on the podium.
How am I doing? It's looking good, Callie. Come on, a podium should clinch this for us.
Then podium it is.
All right. 8-lap race, and we're 9th. P3. The bonus finish P1. Bit risky there. Oh. Well, that one is his payback, so that's fine. We're fine. Plenty of time. Those braking boards. Was I seeing things? Have a look on the next lap. Lap car of Yuri Vips. Flags. Oh, well, sorry, purple flags if you're on the flag. Marshall thing out. Hey, Yuri. Real in these cars.
Okay, gap to the car behind. 2.2 seconds.
Turismo are fighting for third. And like I said earlier, no ERS in these cars, but they still have DRS, so not out of the woods yet. It's ever changing. Now Enzo Fittipaldi's third. What the fuck is wrong with those braking board markers on the right hand side there? We've got Jake Hughes in the Van Amersfoort. Frederick Vesti, Jahan Darubala. There's Darubala. Jake. Couldn't get the move done. Either on this straight or the next one. 3.4 to Fittipaldi. Slide it in. Just about got it done. Righto. Next two are in our sights. Actually, there's only one, because Amory Cordeal's a lap car. Another Van Amersfoort. Right, Teo Pourchair's next. Fittipaldi's on target for P3. Oh, it's just easy. Child's play. We're sure we're not on easy mode.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
Side, he goes the other. Keep finding it out. We're under P2. Get a bit of bonus reputation if we win the race. Taking off Felipe Dragovic. Those braking boards look freaking weird. They're in the Matrix or something.
So we're leading our teammate by 0.4 seconds.
Switch back, thank you. Got 1.5 laps to go to finish this off. Well and truly worn in an F2 car. One more lap. Don't fuck it up now.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Good seconds back to Felipe Dragovic.
Behind by 5.4 seconds.
Across the line here, around the final corner. Callie Mayer wins the F2 title. There we go.
Yes, Callie! That was amazing! Congratulations! You're the champion!
And she's done it! Callie Mayer crosses the line to win the Formula 2 Championship in some style. Callie Mayer, get used to the name. She has her whole career ahead of her, and this is just the beginning. She's done it, as many predicted she would. A star is born. Callie Mayer becomes the first woman ever to win the F2 Championship.
Historic. Well, I mean, someone had to be the first. But I just hope that this shows that talent can get you as far as money.
And what about your dad? Has he called to congratulate you yet, Callie?
Nope. Next question.
Kelly, what's it like being a woman in motorsports? We're sure everyone wants to know.
I don't know, John. What's it like being a man in journalism? Next question.
Hot-headed. Yes,
yeah,
for sure. But you know, that's kind of what you need in a driver. Let's not forget that Callie taking the championship was a big deal. You know, for the sport, but really for everyone.
And for you? How did you feel?
It was one of the proudest moments of my career. It was the first time I mentored anyone. Yeah. I was a little sad to be moving on.
So, had you already told Callie about your new job?
Yes, of course. And I told her, you know, how I wished that I could take her with me. But she understood.
And Aidan, had you told him?
No, he was too busy.
Busy?
Preparing to tell the team that he was leaving Konnersport.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. I know Aidan had something he wanted to say, but first I have a matter I would like to address formally. It is no secret that I have been spread a little thin this season. I mean, I own the team, I run the team, it's a lot, okay? Which is why I will be stepping away from the principal role next season. I'll still be pushing Konnersport Racing to be the brand we know it can be, whilst the new principal will be laser focused on performance and results. And we have already found a man to step into that role. Casper.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Now, this is a big step up for me. I'm really looking forward to see what next season brings. It's truly an honor to be on board.
I am sorry for the dramatic nature of the announcement, okay? Humor the man who pays you. We all look forward to working with Casper, yes? Good. Then let us continue. Aidan, you had something you wanted to say? The floor is yours.
No, it's nothing. I just wanted to say, thank you, everybody, for all your hard work this year. And I'm really looking forward to next season, especially with Casper at the helm.
Enjoy his excitement, can't you? Both Devon and probably his old man. 3 months later, Bahrain Grand Prix, Chapter 7, 2023 and a fresh start. While the 2022 season exposed them to the harsh realities of life as a team on the F1 grid, Konnersport Butler Global Racing Team looks set to bounce back with a newly invigorated team, now helmed by fan favourite and former driver Casper Ackermann.
Did Casper being around affect you going into the 23 season?
I have bigger things going on than Casper.
Do you have any regrets about 2023? Anything you'd have done differently?
No, I'm in a good place now. Besides, what's to regret about being the story of the season?
Oh, God. Are we really being Devon now? For God's sake. Old man.
Dad!
Devon.
How's business?
Same as ever, hiring and firing. How's racing?
Oh, you know, ducking and driving.
You all prepared?
Of course, I've double-checked the strategy changes. I'm just going over my notes now. Everything's covered, just like always. They won't see me for dust.
Spoken like a true Butler. Just remember, we've got a lot on the line this season.
Yeah, I know.
Dev, I'm serious. You're carrying this team, don't forget that.
Yeah, well, you keep signing these second-rate drivers. I can't do all the work.
Just remember where we'd be. Where you'd be if this were all to go belly up.
Just trust me, Dad. You've got nothing to worry about.
Devon, I mean it. If you don't bring your A game, it's back to the bottom of the pile. Do you really want that?
No. No, I don't.
Just keep it in mind. Now go out there and show me what you can do.
Already on it. I'll get you those points, Dad.
Good boy. Speak later.
Yeah, he's backing the whole way through. Lovely stuff, isn't he? Bloody hell. Anyway, all right, what do we got? Casper, team principal, and Eddie now is. First race of the season, I'd like to congratulate everyone on working so hard to get us all here. A lot of the time, the public only see the thin end of the wedge. They're only really taking what they see on race day. Thanks to an army of you, so we can roll our cars up to grid and wait for lights out. Each and every one of you holds equal importance at Konnersport, for it's only when we all pull together as one that we can show the world what we're made of. It's the 2023 season, let's show them what we're made of. Good luck out there. Casper from One Old Drive. Boys, I'm sending this to you separately away from the rest of the team. Not only do I know what it's like to be out there, like to be the one out there in the driving seat, but we've also got history together, which means I know how good you both are behind that wheel. I'm expecting a lot from you both, but in return, I will be behind you 100%. Will give you everything I can. Konnersport had a rocky start last year, and this is a new season, a new start. Can't wait to see you both start pulling in some real points. Cass. Okay, Henderson, personal personal assistant. Dev, remember it's Davidoff's birthday next month, the 23rd. What do you want to do? Do you have something in mind and you want to get him? Or shall we do the same as last year and I pick something based on whatever his PA says? Either way, I'm happy to pick anything up and make sure it's sent over to the house. He'll be out of the country until the 30th, according to his diary, so there's plenty of time. Also, finally had a word with the builders about what happened to the car in the basement. It's not good news. I'll maybe mail you about that separately, as I think I should copy legal in. Yeah, Mark, Devon, it's fairly straightforward layout for the most part here, as you know, but there are a couple of important features it's worth reminding about. First of all, turn 10, acute left-hander. We'll be trail braking and downshifting all the way to the apex. You start to lock up, ease off the brakes. You can't afford to lose too much there. Too much here. Secondly, the final corner, it's a long start for this straight, so you really want to carry as much speed as possible. Track widens as the exit. You probably take an early apex. Bloody hell, so we're doing all this shit again. Ugh. I'll just put these through anyway, and you can probably have a read of them yourself, so I don't think I've enough saying this one, so Yeah, you can pause the video. Okay, let's see what we have in this race then, shall we? His confidence high, Devin Butler looks set to start the season strong at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit, and any moment now our drivers will take to the track and the Bahrain Grand Prix can begin. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid
Starting
order
green at
for
all, so
today's
it looks like we're going to do a
exciting
proper race this time.
Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Russell, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Stroll, Ocon, Norris, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Jackson, Gasly, Tsunoda, Bottas, Butler, Sargent, Joe,
17th and 13th.
Magnussen, De Vries, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. 2023 Bahrain. We're about to get going, and I hope you've enjoyed the build-up just as much as we have. The teams are ready on the grid. They're ready in the garages too, but in the commentary box alongside me, are you ready, Ant?
Of course I'm ready, Crofty. New season, new challenges for all of them out there, drivers and teams. I love this part of the year, Crofty. This is where it really kicks off, and you get to showcase all that hard work you've done through the winter months. Does it pay off?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? What does the 2023 season have in store for us? We're about to find out.
Okay, Devon, it's a brand new season, you know that, so let's start it as we mean to go on, okay? Okay? Let's get out there, come on.
Okay, so it's going to be a 25% race. So what I'm going to do is going to just block this part out. Not this part out here. Because we can actually load a setup this time around. Oh, I don't actually know what the hell setup, but it probably won't matter too much because it will absolutely be hopefully quick anyway. Where was I looking at? So we do this one, I think. So what's our objective here? Win? Oh, finish in the top 5. Okay. Don't tell me we're going to be stuck with the grid here. Top 3 get the fastest lap. Teammate. Again, it's just like child's play, really. Why would we even bother doing a 14-lap race? Just a 5-lap race would be done and dusted. bollard or not, but
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Fernando Alonso like.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
Top 5, the bonus is finishing top 3, get the fastest lap. We have at the moment, but we'll be going on to the softs a bit later on. Don't know why it's a distance to go soft to hard. I really don't. Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, and Charles Leclerc. My best Alonso dive there, but probably a bit too aggressive. There we go.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.0 seconds.
This round we're probably going to win the race, but doesn't help when you set the AI on bloody whatever it is. Easy. Otherwise I had overtake still on.
So far. Gap to your teammate behind is 10.0 seconds.
Check out. George is next.
seconds a lap. Really good stuff.
This race is already boring now. We're already cleared 2 seconds back to max, so I mean, keeps he comes. Where's the AI? Definitely got to be so fucking low.
Aiden's in the pits. Aiden in the pits.
Check out will probably hit. Let's check out.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 45.5 seconds.
Lance as well. Max is that other red dot.
Let's have you in at the end of this lap.
There's that. Mate.
Hitting this lap then, coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
Lane. Will be the last garage in pit lane. George follows. Ready. And it.
Okay, mate,
Go.
that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect. job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a
Just
nice
keep ahead
stop
of
time.
Max,
We're happy with that
I
one.
think.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Don't think you'll see much more excitement, to be honest. Get put up with, obviously. AI being on easier difficulty than you've ever seen. Well, for me, anyway.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
One to go.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
You'll be right. Done a freaking 5-lap race, would have done this easily. Anyway. Did what we needed to do, come around the final turns, finished in the top 5, and then in the top 3, get the fastest lap. It's a win.
We did it! We did it!
Meanwhile, plenty of surprises in the midfield. So where do we start, Ant?
Well, I think we have to look at Konnersport. For me, they've been the biggest surprise so far, and Butler, he's doing fantastically well.
The thing is, though, they've got to sustain that over the course of the whole season, and that is easier said than done. Certainly one Casper Ackerman will be hoping that this season is better than his last. Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top 3 finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today.
Oh, I've got to have an interview with him as well.
What a start to the season, Devon. You must be happy with that performance.
Well, it comes so naturally to me. I've got to secure my reputation as one of the all-time greats. Since I get to drive a car that works and I smash it. Oh, God, they all sound horrible.
Yeah, putting a real shift out there today, Natalie, and pleased to see it pay off, absolutely. Look, I have to secure my reputation as one of the all-time greats, Natalie. You know, every race counts. I've got no time to lose.
Well, you've had your share of run-ins in the past with teammate Aiden Jackson. Crucial question is that behind you? How do you feel about him right now?
Think we could be friends, but he ignores me. Aiden is too serious. You can't have any fun with him. He's got an attitude problem. I don't want to get the reputation up to level 4. What the hell is fucking wrong with you?
You know, I'm pretty sure he's trying to ignore me these days. And it's a shame, because I honestly think we could be good mates. But, I don't know. The way Aiden acts seems as though he's not really interested in my friendship. His loss, though, Natalie. His loss.
Well, Konnersport surprised everyone by appointing Kasper Ackermann as team principal this season. So how do you feel about taking orders from someone that you've got such a history with?
4 options. I'm sure he's thankful to have me. The past is in the past. I wanted a more fiery, passionate character for team principal. Having Kasper back is comforting like an old pair of shoes.
Yeah, I'm not sure Kasper ever actually warmed to me, but you know what? I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. And maybe he'll apologize to me, finally, for giving me such a hard time in the past, and we can start afresh. We'll see.
Well, you're embarking on a new year, but what would a successful season look like for you in 2023?
Oh, God. Impressing Davidoff, his father, making Kasper laugh, or making Konnersport the best team we can be.
I'm making it my personal mission to make a success of Konnersport, and by the end of the season, you're all going to be saying what a wonderful team we are and how great a season we've had. And if you're doing that, then I'll consider it a job well done.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Devon starts the season in fantastic form with an impressive result for Konnersport in Sakia.
Great race out there today, just in the highlights. Listen, I know we've had our run-ins and, well, last season was last season. Fresh start for the team. What do you say?
Huh, Jackson. Yeah, cheers, mate.
She didn't even hear
Ben's over
anything.
there. Yeah. Nice one.
How about the season just gone?
The 2023 season was completely different for Konnersport.
How so?
But the car, for one. We'd ironed out the most critical issues, and it was just starting to live up to its potential.
Can we talk about what happened with Devon?
You see the side of his face. He wants to talk about it, doesn't he? But I'll just wait to see if there's a phone call, and then we might end this recording for the time being, because it's nearly 4 o'clock and I haven't even had lunch yet. I'm just going to wait and see if there's any phone calls or not. But doesn't look like it as yet. But that doesn't seem like that anyway. But what we got? We got through most of 7 chapters, I think. Like I said, I think there's, from what I saw online, I had a look to see how many chapters there were. I think there's like 17. So if we have to split it up in between like 2 or 3 recordings, then I'll do so. But right on cue. There we go. Right on cue. There's the boss.
Yeah, what is it?
Now that's how a butler takes care of business.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Carrying the team, Devon, as well as the butler name. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, went well.
Well, I can't wait to hear what those clowns Ackerman and Connor have to say.
Yeah.
You okay, Devon?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm, just adrenaline, Dad. I really pushed it out there today, you know, I just need to simmer down a bit.
Of course you do. Let's talk later. I'll be in meetings, but call me whenever you like. I'm proud of your son. Let's just make sure today's result isn't just a one-off. Eh?
Yeah. All right. Ciao.
All right, now hopefully there's no more phone calls, but we're going to end this recording here, guys and girls. So, well, hopefully you did enjoy it. Yeah, AI level, yeah, we don't need to ask about that one. And, you know, Devon and his father, pretty much the same old. Well, Devon is definitely same old. His obviously character is based off the guy called Adam Sanderson. If you haven't seen it, go check him out. So, yeah, obviously Adam's not like that in real life, I don't think. But yeah, Devon, yeah, hasn't changed since 2021, and well, his father pretty much is similar. So, but anyway, we'll carry on this one in the next recording or two, whatever it'll be. Anyway, so smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can go follow me on my social channels, and you can go check out my Twitch and Kick channels. I don't know when I'll be back streaming. Might attempt to try streaming in the next not too distant future, but yeah, you gotta give me time just to. I can't guarantee anything really with streaming. So, but yeah, so like I said, we'll carry on with this whenever I next get availability to do this sort of thing. But so far, it's an interesting story. So we'll see how it carries on anyway. But yeah, don't have much else to say now. Obviously, no highlights, I don't think. So we'll just leave it there, folks. So yeah, hopefully all of you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year whenever this video does come out. But yeah, for the time being, it's goodbye.